Okay, now my students, here we are proceeding looking on the respiratory surfaces in several organisms, and we try to look in the human being. We have said that the human being, they possess alveoli, which is found in the lungs, but also we try to look on the fish, whereby in the fish they possess gills. That gills ndio ambayo inasaidia kwenye process nzima ya gaseous exchange. But also we have another organism, that is an insect. We have an insect. So insect wanatumia nini sasa kwenye gaseous exchange? We are saying that they are a network of thin tubes called tracheas that branch throughout their bodies. So this organism, they use a trachea. Within a trachea is where now this gaseous exchange can take place. But also we are saying that these tubes open to the outside through open called a spiracle. So hii spiracle ndiyo structure ambayo iko responsible for correcting the air from the surrounding. Thereafter it transfer it into the trachea. Now oxygen diffuses directly into the trachea and then into the insect tissue. So ile oxygen ambayo inayochukuliwa in the structure, which is called the spiracles. These spiracles, they are found in the side of their body. For example, now you can see this one is an insect. So now in this side, now you can see they have a spiracle. So these spiracles ambazo zinazopatikana huku ndizo ambazo zina collect ile oxygen ambayo inakuwa kwenye surrounding. Thereafter ina transfer this oxygen into the trachea system for the exchange. So ile oxygen itachukuliwa, itapelekwa kwenye several tissues in the heart, into the head, and so on, for several uses. So that is an insect. They use a trachea system, the tubes, which are called the trachea. But also, apart from that organism that is an insect, but also we have another organism, and that is in a plant now. So plant pia wanafanya gaseous exchange. So how does a plant now they exchange the gas, or where does a gaseous exchange to occur within a plant? Tunasema kwamba within the leaves now are primarily respiratory surface. So within the leaves of a plant is where now gaseous exchange it occur. So how? Here we are saying that the stomata on the underside of the leaves allows carbon dioxide to exit, to enter, and oxygen to exit. Hii inakuwa in vice versa maana, kwa maana kwamba kule kwenye animals they use oxygen, but in the plant now is where now they use carbon dioxide, but they remove oxygen as a waste product. While in the animal we are using oxygen while we are removing carbon dioxide. So inakuwa ni vice versa maana kwenye plant. So now you can see within a leaf, kwenye majani ndipo ambapo kuna structure ambayo inaitwa stomata. Now you can see this one is the stomata. Ukiangalia kwenye microscope utaiona hii stomata in this way. So within a stomata there is a structure which is called a guard cells. Ndani ya hii guard cells ndio ambayo ina allow sasa carbon dioxide kuingia, while oxygen ina be removed in such structure. Now you can see we have this open stoma. This within the open stoma now this carbon dioxide enters. And also within this one is the closed stoma. So pale ambapo patakuwa panakuwa na closed stomata is where now the oxygen are released together with the water. Now you can see that is how gaseous exchange to occur within a plant. So my student, here we have already seen respiratory surface in several organisms, whereby we try to look, we start looking on the human being, and we went more further looking on the insect, and now we finalize by looking on the plant. But on all of the respiratory surface we try to look their features. But now we don't know what are the features of this respiratory surface. Respiratory surface inakuwa na features zipi? So my student, as I have said, while we are starting looking on our topic, which is gaseous exchange and respiration, we have seen that this topic is it does not have many new terms, because all of them you have been covered in O level. So now it's just a repetition. So, and it is very easily for you to recall while you have been asked. So my student, now I would like to take you through the features of the respiratory surfaces. The features of the respiratory surface. Respiratory surface, ili itwe respiratory surface, inakuwa na sifa gani? And the first feature here, you can see that the thin. So what is this now? Tunasema kwamba the respiratory surface must be thin to allow gases to easily diffuse across it. So any respiratory surface inatakiwa iwe nyembamba. For example, in the human, we have a structure which is called the alveoli. It is very thin. Ile thinnest structure ambayo inapatikana within it ndiyo ambayo inasaidia easily diffusion of a gas. So any respiratory surface, for example trachea, which is found in the insect also, it should be thin. Ile thinnest ndio ambayo inasaidia diffusion to occur very easily and very quickly within the body of an organism. But another very important structure, very important feature of the respiratory surface, we are saying that it should be moist. It should be moist. Kunatakiwa kuwe na unyevu. Sasa ule unyevu una kazi gani? We are saying that it must also be moist to dissolve gases, so making them easily to move across the membrane. So hile moisture environment which is found within either in the lungs or within in the trachea, within in the the stomata, in the leaves and so on, ndiyo ambayo sasa inasaidia dissolving of the gases. So gesi ikidissolve haraka ndipo ambapo inaweza ikapita kwa haraka zaidi kwenda kwenye sehemu mbalimbali za mwili ambapo zinahitajika ili iweze kutumika. So that is the importance of that feature. But also we have another feature, that is a large surface area. So any respiratory surface should have a large surface area. Hiyo large surface area inakuwa na kazi gani? And here we are saying that a large surface area means more space for gas exchange to occur. Inatakiwa kuwe na sehemu kubwa. Ile sehemu kubwa ndio ambayo inasaidia sasa gaseous exchange iweze ku take place very easily. If you can remember, while we are discussing on the structure of the alveoli in the human, we have seen that it is about 80 meter square. Inakuwa na eneo kubwa sana. Ile eneo kubwa sana tunasema kwamba inasaidia ile diffusion of a gas to occur very easily. But also another feature, we can say that it folded or projected. So any respiratory surface should be folded or projected. Tunasema kwamba hii respiratory surface often have fold, projection or other structure that increase the surface area. Ile foldation, ile mikunjo ambayo inapatikana ndani ya hiyo respiratory surface ndiyo ambayo inasaidia easily diffusion of the gases. Another feature which is called the close proximity to the blood vessels. Inatakiwa any respiratory surface should be supplied with a maximum amount of blood vessels. So now you can see that the respiratory surface needed to be close to the blood vessels to allow the efficient transport of a gas to the to and from the cell. Kwa hile transportation of a gas kutoka na kuingia iwe rahisi zaidi ndani ya cell. And another importance here, we can say that it should be well ventilated, whereby the respiratory surface need to be well ventilated to ensure the constant supply of fresh air or water. So now it should be proper or well ventilated, kwa maana kwamba iwe na uwezo mkubwa au iwe na sehemu ambapo kuna ile hewa inaweza ikaingia kwa urahisi zaidi. For example, in the gills now. in the fish. So now it is well ventilated, whereby it allows waters to enter in that place, and whereby the gills they tend to take the oxygen, thereby the oxygen it is used by the body. Another role here, we can say that it's permeable to gases. So any respiratory surface should be permeable to gases. That is, the surface must allow gases to pass through it. And another feature, we are saying that it's moistened by a fluid. Natakiwa iwe na fluid. So now the surface is typically moistened by a fluid like a blood or mucus. So there is a presence of a mucus and a fluid. It is very important for proper gaseous exchange to occur in an organism. But also protected from a damage. Inatakiwa iwe be protected from a damage. Now the respiratory surface is often protected by other surface to prevent the damage. For example, in the lungs now we have several membrane that cover the lungs, and also we have a rib. Zile mbavu pia zinasaidia kukava, kulinda yale mapafu yasiweze kuharibika kwa urahisi zaidi, either pakitokea na physical condition any yoyote inayoweza ikaleta effect on the lungs. So the lips will lock upon it. So, and those are the features I have explained for you, my student. 9 features of this respiratory surface. So make sure that you know at least 6 features. It might help you while you have been asked into your exam. And by saying so, my student, thank you for following us at KTZ, and bye bye. Have a nice moment.